Hi, my name is Brad Chappell. I'm with EHT, Essence of Health Techniques. What I would like to do today is teach you how to use the EFT points, the Emotional Freedom Technique points in tapping. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you all of the points that I have on our list here. You can find our list at cosmicbear.com, or if you've bought the CD, it's one of the files on the CD. Now, the points for the Emotional Freedom Technique, the meridian points, are on the side of the hand here, the karate chop point, on the top of the head, the eyebrow point on either side. Some people even prefer to use both. The side of the eye on either side, below the eye on either side, below the nose, below the lip, between the lip and the chin. The collarbone point, you can use either two fingers and tap on that point. What we prefer is if you flatten your hand and use it at the collarbone point, you make sure that you're hitting the collarbone point, and generally both points. Under the arm, just below the armpit, about the point where a woman's bra strap would go. And on the wrist, at the wrist point, you'll be tapping. Now generally on Gary Craig's tapping points, he'll have you tapping at the base of the thumbnail, the base of the fingernail, on these fingers. What we've done is we've used just the wrist because all of the points go through the wrist. Okay? When you're tapping, you're going to use two fingers. And that way you make sure that you're hitting those tiny little points of the meridian. You'll be using at the bottom of the little chart that I showed you, it has the affirmation. Now you can start off with just the affirmation as I've written it there, but as you go along you'll be able to create your own and find the ones that are the most beneficial for you. The affirmation goes something to the effect of, even though I have this issue, whatever that issue is, whether it's headaches, whether it's diabetes, whether it's any fears or phobias that you may be experiencing, you put in that spot. So you would say, as you're tapping, even though I have this issue, even though I have this headache, even though I have this flu coming on, I deeply and completely accept myself. On the side of the paper that you have, you'll have the entire setup and the sequence, the 9 gamut, and then you do the sequence again. So you'll see that on the paper. The setup is, even though I have this issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. And you say this 3 times. Even though I have this issue, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this issue, this cold, this bad relationship, this flu, this headache, whatever the issue is, I deeply and completely accept myself. Making sure that you're tapping not hard enough to bruise yourself, but certainly hard enough that you can feel it. When you tap on the head or anywhere on the face, you're going to tap about 6 times. Now you don't have to count those 6 times. You can simply, as you're saying the statement that you're making, you'll find that you are tapping about 6 times. So instead of going through and saying, even though I have this issue, I deeply and completely accept myself, once you've done the setup, then from there you could move to the top of the head and simply repeat the statement. This headache, this cold, whatever the issue is, this cold, we'll say, this flu, and you're tapping on those points, and you'll notice that you're tapping about 6 times just as you say those issues. Under the eye, this issue, whatever that issue is, this headache, this fear or phobia, this fear or phobia, whatever the issue is, this issue that I have, this issue that I have, whatever the issue is. Now that's called the sequence. The next aspect of it you probably won't have to use very often, and it's called the 9 gamut. The gamut point is right here at the base of the finger, at the base of the little finger. In between, there's a little valley right here on your hand. And that's called the gamut point. And you simply tap that. And what you're going to do is, by holding your face perfectly straight, the only thing you're moving is your eyes and your mouth. As you're saying, as you're tapping this, you look straight forward and you close your eyes and you open your eyes. You look hard down to one side or the other, and then you look down hard to the other side. And then you make a big circle to the ceiling one way, and then big circle the other way, and still tapping. You continue tapping. Then you say, actually what you do is you hum. You hum a song. If there's a favorite song that you have, you can just hum a couple of bars. It's very simple to do. Happy birthday. You simply go, now you count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's called the 9 gamut. That activity, and it's all on that sheet. It's written down there for you. Then you walk back through the sequence again, starting at the top of the head. And you say again, this cold, this flu, whatever the issue is, this fear, this phobia, this stage fright, you might say. Whatever the issue is, you simply repeat it again as you walk through each of the tapping stations. And then you tap under and you continue speaking, this flu, this cold, this flu, whatever the issue is. And that's it. Thank you very much.